But yeah, what I would recommend though is if you are going around speaking to people, and I know the next election is probably a few years away, but if you are going around door to door speaking to people, or even just interacting with people around you in your social circles, it's good to ask them, what are your three main concerns? What are the, say, top concerns you have at the moment in Ireland? And see what they come out with. And see, are those issues related to mass immigration? And it might well be, or they might not be, you know. But if they are, if it's something to do like, you know what, my kid can't get into the local school, you know, or my teenager is struggling to get accommodation, or rent is just off the charts. These are issues that are related to mass immigration. I mean, I'm not saying it's all to do with mass immigration. You know, there are other factors as well, but they're certainly related to population growth, to non-stop population growth, which is predominantly coming from mass immigration, and especially in recent years. So it's fair on those situations to have a frank and honest discussion with the person to do with population growth, this, increasing population growth, especially in recent years, and how much of that's coming from mass immigration. And none of us were asked about that. None of us were asked if we wanted this. These are perfectly legitimate and fair and reasonable remarks to make at that point of the conversation. But until it gets there, I would recommend not steaming in, coming out with starting off with talking about mass immigration, first of all, to people whose main concerns might not be anything to do with mass immigration. So it's just a matter of being sensible about these things, But I just wanted to make this short video as kind of a follow-on to the last one, to do with just being normal and developing on that, and how really trying to address people's main concerns. It should be our main focus. And then if there's an avenue there where you can relate it to mass immigration in an honest way, I'm not talking about being disingenuous here. If the person doesn't bring up any issue that relates to population growth, that's fine, but try and deal with those issues. But if it's something that obviously clearly relates to, non-stop population growth, which is mostly coming from mass immigration, by all means, that's where you can address the person talking about that in a fair and reasonable and normal way. And you'll find then that people will actually relate to you much better than going steaming in talking about mass immigration in the first place.